singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase every...
I just thought, what better way to start Theater Thursday this week than with some singing in the rain? Lee Cox, how are we doing this morning?
Well, we are doing great this morning. In fact, I just told you I came from another event last night, and I realized that our focus is really on families and youth all summer long. But, of course, kicking off with Singing in the Rain, which I have so many kids. I had no idea how many people in high school, because we've been doing career days at all the high schools.
Oh, yeah.
And that they love singing in the rain.
Are you going to Alton High tomorrow?
No.
Oh. They got a career fair tomorrow.
Oh, do you? Well, they didn't invite us there. I've been going everywhere else in the area. So you might, say, gosh, where's Alton Little Theater?
I might just have to hand out some signage, hand out some brochures.
Exactly. That would be great. That's a little weird. But, Christy's been off.
Oh, yeah.
And so that could be part of it.
Yeah. Well, it's a big transitional period for the district. It seems like a lot of districts are really transitioning right now, with new people and new ideas coming in and all that.
Right, but last night I met some wonderful people. Lewis and Clark was well represented, which kind of surprised me given that this was, elementary school.
They got a while to go.
But they had great displays, interaction with the kids, and they're having a big career day in July. And so we got invited to that last night.
Well, I didn't get invited to that one.
And they're very sports oriented, so I felt this is
really
great.
Cool.
They went a little balance, yeah.
Well, how are you feeling about Singing in the Rain?
I am feeling just so joyful, except I cannot figure out May 18th, Saturday night. I don't know what's going on, but that is the only night that we really have a number of tickets left. Everything else has dwindled to 10 here, maybe 5 here, 6 here. May 18th. So I don't know what I have to do to fill up that night.
Well, it is National Pizza Party Day.
Oh, see, I knew you would have the answer for, because it's not Mother's Day weekend. If it was Mother's Day weekend, I would kind of understand that when you have two sides of a family, you have to split it. Sometimes, no, Mother's Day weekend, because they know we have a raffle and we give prizes to mothers. And we are having this big cash umbrella. We fill it with cash, half from us, half from the people. We just decided to do a 50-50 raffle, and I got this beautiful, huge umbrella that hangs from the chandelier, and then they can take their cash and just have it rain all over them if they win. So I thought it was easy, and I thought that would be fun.
That's really cool, though. Yeah. Well, I just can't believe 18. So everything else, though, is looking great.
It's looking very good. And again, this is wonderful because it's the last chance that they get the $5 off coupon and the $5 off on a season ticket.
Right.
So they're really saving $10, and they can get their season tickets, and then we really, this summer, is really focused on youth and families. So
I wanted to show
hear about that
real quick. So we're going to go a little bit on the scene here at Alton Little Theater's website. And I wanted to show that. Do you know I could do this? I didn't know I could either.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you can. So very glad.
So this is altonlittletheater.org, folks. And you can see right off the bat, we're starting off with that Disney tribute. This is the Extra Entertainment series.
Yes.
Disney tribute, but then right into Oliver.
Yes. In fact, Oliver auditions are May 11th and the 18th at 10. Usually he loves Sunday, and that shows you just how busy we are. There was not a Sunday that he could,
Are you serious?
that he could have auditions. But we need 15 to 17 kids between 8 and 17. So that's what I tried to talk about last night. If you've got, a kid who's been doing, Eddie's show at middle school, Zoo School, it was fabulous.
I heard they did a great job.
They did an absolutely fabulous job.
One of my goalkeepers had to be thrown into the lead role with a couple of days' notice. He was, I guess, the second, and then jumped into the limelight, and he did great from what I heard. Oh my
gosh, well, let's see, I didn't know that, but we had Kevin's grandson in it, so we
cool.
were all, he played the Grinch and a couple
That's
of other roles.
awesome.
So, we were all there supporting him. But so many of the parents, they know Eddie or their kids have taken voice lessons, and so he kind of, funnels some kids. But this is going to be a great family show in August. Mm-hmm. But again, people aren't thinking, auditions in May, but you really have to, because once school's out, families plan their vacations and all of this, and we even are doing it early. August 2nd is when it opens, because school starts earlier than it used to.
Isn't that wild?
None of that after Labor Day stuff.
What are the schedules looking like for rehearsals and things, just in case any parents are kind of curious?
Well, see, the Disney tribute goes through June 9th, so Kevin will actually start, but not everyone. It has 15 to 17 kids and 15 to 17 adults. Huge cast.
Oh my gosh.
So the kids are in 5 major numbers. There's a lot of other, things when it's just poor little Oliver begging in the orphanage for more porridge, things like that.
Right.
But that's a pivotal role. And again, we don't precast.
Right.
And we have a group of teenagers, well, they were teenagers, and now our kids that started with us at 10 or 11, they're all in their 20s now.
No.
And so we're like, we have to replace them. we need this other group of kids.
Well, how cool would that be, though, for any parent out there and their child to go, my first acting role was I led an Oliver.
Exactly.
And I played Oliver.
Well, and even the Artful Dodger, and Kevin said, it's going to be huge, so the kids can tumble and jump and hide and come out. It will be his choreographer, Arsenio Gaines. He's just so delightful, and he will have fun with them, and he's got a great music director. It's going to be fun.
It's going to come together really well.
Oh, yes.
Well, and I'm excited to see what he does with the stage, because he is so creative with the set designs. It'll be really cool to see that.
Well, and this show, Singing in the Rain, has a lot of set pieces and then a lot of technology. So I knew he was missing working with wood, and sure enough, he showed me the design for Oliver, and I was like, so it's sort of like a mansion, only it looks dilapidated. I mean, it's huge.
Are you serious?
It goes 44 feet of wood here and there, up the second level. Bridges, London Bridge has to be there. Yeah.
How difficult is that with your space? I mean, that has got to be some work of art in itself.
It is, and literally for the Disney concert, he had to build then another set of rigging so that she could have more depth for hers, and he's got this whole thing behind, but he has to start on it right away so that the audience will never see there's this whole big London skyline and everything behind it. So yeah, we never really stop. And then we have the acting classes in July, the 8th through the 19th, and so the kids will really, I think, have fun seeing the stages. They've always loved running the spotlights and figuring out the sound and lights. And then we do, 3 or 4 skits. Each class will do 3 or 4 skits for a showcase for their parents at the end.
That's so cool.
And we're signing people up. We already have 3, and that's why this Sunday, I know they said it might rain, so come to Alton Little Theater from 2 to 4. It's a free open house, and we have cake, we have punch, we have free tickets, but it's the early registration. If they really want to get their kids involved in something this summer, we're only doing 12 in each class. Yeah. So 8 to 12 and 13 to 17.
Well, to be honest with you guys, too, the way that it happened last year, when you put out that press release, it went pretty quick.
It did, and I am such a softie, then I'd have people who I hadn't seen in 20 years call me, hey, could you please get my kid in? And part of the problem is it just gets harder because then if they didn't show up. So we made it more intense, just 2 weeks, because we know people take vacations, but it's very hard for the kids if they're gone and they're in a group and they get cast and then they're not there, and we're like, are they showing up or not?
Right.
So, and we think it's very reasonable. Lots of them are lots more expensive, and we do have to pay for the materials, even the royalties on the skits we use, and then we always have refreshments and water and everything that they need. Yeah, snacks.
How long do they run throughout the day?
It's really a 90-minute class for each section.
Oh,
so we go back to back, and it's exhausting, as you know from coaching.
Oh, yeah.
And then because we go home, we're like, okay, 2 hours to rehearsal. Where can we lie down?
Who brought the keg of Coors?
But we love it because the kids, by and large, in great measure, are just wonderful. The kids I met last night at the West Open House, they were adorable and so energetic, and a lot of them could sing. They would break into song and tell me that they're going to go on America's Got Talent or The Voice. I mean, they've grown up with that, believing that they could do anything, and I just love that.
Well, and that's got to be encouraging for you, too, to see that there is more of an interest into really putting our talents, our youth are putting their, vocal talents out there and putting themselves out there. And it really, it's so much more important than entertainment. It's for life, because if you can have your child at 7 put themselves out there and be in front of an audition panel and go through that, they're going to feel so much more confident as it goes on, and not the brash confidence, but just the confidence to be able to hold your own and to do what you need to do.
And just outgoing and interacting with people. I could tell the kids who had been involved in some school activities, and I know not all parents, the transportation and everything else, but I could really tell last night because the kids were very outgoing and asked questions, and they had their little bags and they picked up everything and they were like, when does this start? What do I have to wear?
Well, and that's what I think is awesome.
And I'm like, in elementary school, that's a level of composure that I don't think we have.
No. Well, and one thing that I'm looking forward to the most, and I don't know, I'm just, how I do this, I think out loud, and I don't think it'll be possible. But man, if there was a way that Riverbender could find a sponsor to live stream Rocky Horror Picture on October 31st, I am so excited because it's going to cost. That's expensive, but to have a midnight showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show on Halloween night is the coolest thing.
Yes,
100%.
In fact, Michael and we volunteered to be the ushers that night because the whole board just kind of went, and I'm like, okay, so I don't get home till 3 a.m. I might come in a little later the next day.
That's right, because you run until the 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then Becca said, and you have to wear costumes. So I ordered Michael a Johnny Depp costume.
Oh, no.
And anybody who knows my husband, he's the antithesis of Johnny Depp. But I thought, it looks cool. It's just wacky. It's just everything about the show.
And that's what I think is cool. I wanted to talk about the first 3 because I know that they're seriously, guys, let me just show you this website again just so we can go through all these.
Because children cannot come to Rocky Horror.
No.
It's 18. Well, just because we were talking about kids, I just wanted them to know.
Yeah. And so as you see, Rocky Horror is 18 plus. But you look, these are just the extra entertainment series, folks. This goes all the way through 2025 with, it ends with The Haunted Widow Lincoln.
But it's not going to end because we will have one more in March. I just got the contact information about a wonderful duo. Both have been Broadway singers and do comedy and singing, and I'm contacting them and seeing if we can work out a deal because they've done some charitable concerts, but they just look fabulous. They send me a little video and things, and I'm like, I've been looking, and there were several things that I'm like, well, maybe, but
this was one you could buy on.
Yeah, they seem like the real deal.
Man, that's awesome. Well, then let's just go real quick to the upcoming shows. Back to the screen real quick. Yes. Look at how much is going on here in the 90. For this, Singing in the Rain wraps up the 90.
Yes, and that's so confusing to people. We were founded by teachers. They lived by the school year.
But you go all the way down, and just through the gauntlet of just wonderful shows. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 12 shows.
Yes.
Give or take.
Far.
Yeah, so far with more to go. And now, how is the cast feeling with Singing in the Rain coming up on May 10th? Are we at
They love it. The last Friday was the first time the entire cast got to sit and watch it rain. They knew it. They saw it. They've heard about it. Ben, who's the policeman, he said, I get really wet because I have to stay in there. And I'm like, honey, I've got a whole another uniform for you to put on as soon as you come off stage because I knew that was going to be really important
And
to her.
2 towels.
Oh, multiple. They got these squishy things for stage, and we had to buy special paint so that it runs off, it beads and runs off. Sherwin Williams helped us find that paint and did all the pre-mixing. But it is fascinating how Kevin constructed this and how the water disappears into the gutter and gets really worked.
How does it feel on stage with all of that going on? Same as normal?
It's humid. The song goes on for 4 minutes and 10 seconds if you watch the movie. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And it goes on, and he's smiling, and the lady, that's so cute. We have an adorable young actress playing the old lady. I put a wig and everything, and it was great. But she said, my tights are going to get wet. Can you get me galoshes? And so I got cute vintage galoshes for her. She goes, I think I'll be okay. She goes, it really rains. I'm like, it does. You can feel.
Well, that's really cool. I mean, in all seriousness, for the audience, that's a 4D material.
It really is. And see, I just think how wonderful it is, because it wouldn't have occurred to me. He had to do the spout so that the water comes up. So we're like 3 inches from the ceiling, because otherwise, even when you turn the water off, they would drip if they were down. Yep. So they're in a case, so they could hold that much water without dripping, and then it comes over the top.
When he said that, I mean, that's something I wouldn't even have thought of at all. I really wouldn't have. And if you're just tuning in, we're just chatting it up with Singing in the Rain. May 18th is when you need to get your tickets to Singing in the Rain.
Well, but May 10th through the 19th, we have a few here.
Are there still a few?
Oh, yeah, there are a few. Yeah, opening night and the Sundays are pretty tight. But see, what happens is we do not like to say sold out. We say, please call the box office, because people will call and say, oh, my daughter-in-law is having us over. Could we come on Wednesday? And we always let season ticket holders change without charging them. So that's part of our commitment to them. So call the box office. But yeah, the 18th is the only one that I'm like, what's going on in town? Because I don't see.
When you find out, you let me know, because I haven't heard of it.
I'll go invite those people. Please, hey, take a break. Come up here and see a funny musical. It's funny. It's loving. And the tap dancing, I cannot believe, actually, we found 12 people who can tap dance.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, and lots of them are local. I mean, Eric is from Granite City. He's the managing director at Alfresco. We saw him in Sweeney Todd. I mean, we knew of him. He's never performed at our theater, and he ended up bringing 4 people with him, one that we already knew of. But yeah, a lot of people from St. Louis, but a lot of local people who took tap for years and just haven't ever, really used that skill. But Mary Fox is our choreographer, and she taps like a dream. She teaches over in St. Louis. And I'm telling you, it's the diet you want to go on. All of these people, I have to measure them weekly.
Are you serious?
No. Fall off of you. Well, Lorian Warford, he's so cute, so adorable. And he had a 30-inch waist, had a 34-inch inseam. He's a little difficult to fit anyway.
Yeah.
He's down to 28. I'm like, stop.
Oh, no.
I cannot go to the boys department and find a 34-inch inseam.
No way. Oh, God.
And they each have 3 pairs of taps, because they worn out. They've already broken one pair, but they have to have ones that kind of look like spats. And then there's another pair. You remember the Donald O'Connor scene where he jumps on the wall and turns around? Well, he had to have special ones for that, because they're slick on the bottom, and he's going to kill himself doing that.
You're right, though, because that really is the slickest metal you can find out there.
It is. So just for that one, he has a special pair.
So you got folks going on the biggest weight loss of their lives. You got rain falling everywhere.
I feed them all the time.
Well, and that's something, though, seriously, I mean, it takes experience to go through that, because, when you said that, I immediately thought of the movie Casino, when the guy is sitting there with the ballerinas and they're like 2 pounds over, and how serious that was. But just to hear that on the flip side of it is people losing too much weight And now you're going, oh my God, I got to find all these outfits to make sure they're still able to wear them on stage.
Well, we're waiting on one of the Tappers outfits. I thought I could get her in a 2. I knew she was tiny. She needs a 0.
No way. That's a good problem to have.
And I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, it doesn't arrive in time, and I will clip you in this. But she's just so
Take
tiny.
out the staple gun.
And she's a runner. And I said, stop running.
Just for 2 weeks. Just for like 2 or 3 weeks. Stop running. Please. The time is 9:36, but Lee Cox is not going anywhere. We're going to come back. We got to talk open house. We're going to touch on that a little bit more. We're going to talk about season ticket opportunities, the specials that await you, and all that fun stuff. But May 18th and May the 11th, May the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, they're right for the picking for you, and Singing in the Rain for your family, friends to go and enjoy a couple hours of escape, especially after the news that I just saw today. We all need an escape from reality. We'll be back with more of our daily show at 9:36 right after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tire dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
If I really could have hung the moon, would it change your mind? If I could cry a little harder and get a
I don't need 24 roses. I got Lee Cox next to me.
My adopted son. I love him.
So let's talk season tickets.
Yes.
They. How much longer do folks have for specials?
Well, till June 1st, you get the $5 off coupon that you can use for any of the shows, the extra, or you can, bring a friend with you and have them try this season, and then you get $5 off the ticket. And then it's still very reasonable from June 1st to September 1st. You don't pay $90, which is still reasonable until September. The very last time is from September 1st and through the September show.
Well, to me, though, even when you said 90, I think that's a little too low, because if you look, if you really do look around, folks, and you go to different shows and things, you're going to pay at least 90 on one sometimes.
We are, and we have never even charged an upcharge at all for credit cards, but the bank, everybody is after us because our costs, they go through the person's card and then they go through the bank charge, and we get charged almost $4 for every ticket. So we lose $4 even on our discounted price. But I'm also aware how many people are on a fixed income or very watching their money. I appreciate that.
Well, and that's your commitment. Not to cut you off, but that's your commitment. That's why I love you, because your commitment to making sure that everyone has the opportunity to at least have some entertainment is what I think is the coolest part of what you do. And that's because so many people are so frustrated about this upcharge thing, because restaurants are sticking it up there and we're going to charge you another $4. And I get it. Hey, you do what you got to do. But to be able to say, you know what, we're going to eat some of that just to make sure that we can keep things the same is so cool.
It's difficult. And in fact, last night, Michael said, we had to order more cups. We have our cups that you can take into the auditorium. And WBGZ gave us their new logo, and that was great and chipped in. But last night he said, we're almost out of our pens, and we have really, really good quality pens. And I said, well, how much is the refill order? He said, just 1,000.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay.
For pens.
Is that gold on that pen? Is that real gold?
Well, that's why I think it's so cool with the ticket prices the way they are. It's never ungodly. It's never expensive to really go to a show, and they're good shows. And,
yes,
and that's the thing.
And sometimes people may not have heard of the title, but that's because we're not on the East or West Coast where there is theater. Every 15 miles there's a theater, but they're really good. We read 100 shows for everyone that ends up being the unanimous favorite of all the directors. So they're saving a lot and not paying St. Louis prices, and safe parking lot, and they'll have fun. I guarantee it. And so I hope people will really sign up, or at least try it, because I think if people come once or twice, they'll say, well, I might as well buy a season ticket. Then I can come every time, or I can give them to my kids. I've had a lot of people say, we're going to be in Scotland or we're doing something in May, but I wanted my kids to have free tickets to come see this. And I love that.
Well, I do too. And honestly, I think that's I don't know, it's just me, but it seems like we're starting to get more towards that regular entertainment lineup again of our day-to-day lives, because it used to be in this community for quite some time. Well, work got done at 5 and pretty much every bar was full by 5:30, but you're starting to see this trend come back to where it's really not on that scene anymore. It's more towards events and entertainment. And that's what I like.
And the movie industry has really been hurt because of the streaming. And I stream too, so I get it. But I was so excited when we built the movie theater. It's empty. I just don't even know how they stay open. And live live theater has that risk too, because people just say, "Oh, well, I have to put on some clothes. Can't sit on the couch here in my underwear."
Right. COVID did a lot of that too, because we got used to putting those sweatpants on and going on Zoom, and you were good to go for the next 4 hours.
Yep.
You know.
Yep, that is totally true. But it's a different experience, and you're with other people and laughing or feeling or experiencing things and just having some conversation. It's a wonderful experience, and I don't want it to die off.
No, and that's the thing, because when you feel the performers on stage and you're really going through that, it's something special, that the TV and the screen can't give you.
And no ads. Well, we do a little curtain speech, but we don't interrupt you during the show.
Well, and with that being said, too, the open audition, or not open auditions, the open house.
Yes.
April the 28th.
This is Sunday. Yeah, this
Isn't
Sunday.
that crazy? This year is flying by. I told Mike upstairs, I said, I don't know how I'm going to get through January. This is the longest month of the longest year of the month, is what I told them. And by the time I knew it, I'm in May.
You're right. You're right. It was sort of like that. It kind of crept up. It was cold.
Yeah.
We had that freeze, and now we just go solid.
It's just insane. It's like I blacked out in February and woke up in May. It's just well, and that's why I really hope that folks get season tickets to and bring their little ones to this open house, because it's a good way for anyone in the community really to stop by and just see the stage, see the theater, and see what you guys are cooking up.
Yeah.
But also
and,
for the
and
children.
I'm making the guys clean the whole building, so please come, because I said people will want to show the theater itself to their kids, and maybe that will encourage them. And who doesn't like Duke's cake? Come on.
Right. Did you see their Cinco de Mayo cakes they're coming out with?
Yes, in fact, that's what I worried about, because we also have our Tex Sunday dinner, and I wanted them. There's a wedding cake in the show. They probably remember the girl pops out of the cake, and Kelly looked at me like, "Do you know what the 5th is?" And she kind of points up. I'm like, "Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo." How about just a big cake? You don't have to do the wedding cake.
Right, just a big one, just a big cake.
Just a big cake. I got 25 hungry actors.
I'm telling you what, though, I saw those tacos that they're cake tacos. I'm in. I'm 100% in.
Oh, they're adorable. They're adorable. But I wanted to do a movie cantina.
Yeah.
You know, I'm into the themes, and I wanted all the food that they always have on movie sets. And Lorian, he's at Godfrey Meat Market. He's helping me out. And I just wanted a whole bunch of making a donut tower and all of these things, because I was at a movie set one time in my life, and I thought I was more fascinated by the canteen and the movie food.
Can I be a grip?
Yeah, exactly. And that's who eats the most. Yes,
I bet. Well, and what I think's cool, is as we're gearing up to this, you guys really laid out the year, I think, perfectly. The producer in me from my old life is just loving this, because what better way to celebrate Disney than when you can celebrate school being out and the families together for their first time, in 9 months. That's really cool. And then you go into Oliver, but I think the way you laid it out, you stepped it was just great. I mean, you blocked wonderfully. And now, is there anything you're looking to do outside of what already is scheduled this summer? Is there any kind of Lee Cox ambitions out there?
I'm not totally sure for this summer. I am excited about the amphitheater and a couple of things going on. And, we try and support the community and the other things. And it's a busy time because summer is short and the families have a difficult time sometimes with summer school and sometimes with things getting a vacation. And I know that's important. And Oliver's so big, but I know it'll be fun.
Right.
Because the kids will be cute. I know they'll be cute and wonderful. But people forget how many adults are in Oliver. Mm-hmm. And we have some terrific actors who have waited a long time wanting us to do that production. And we have some people auditioning. I think it's going to be a tight race for Fagin. Yeah, I think that role is coveted by a number of people.
That's incredible. But that shows the passion of the performers, too, that really want to be there.
Yes.
And, man,
and they have to be good with kids because that's one of our things. It's like, yes, you're an adult performer and you will, have a lot of time, but these kids are here to learn and they're here to be treated well. So we have to have people who really like kids. You can't have somebody in that show who says, "Oh, I hate kids."
Rolling their nose at them and everything.
That won't work. That won't work.
Well, and as we get back to this, there are tickets available for Singing in the Rain, but I also encourage you, as we've been talking, for season tickets to Alton Little Theater, where you can get not just Singing in the Rain. I'll hit you with with a couple of them. Well, Disney Tribute, Oliver, Rocky Horror, Best of the Best, Broadway, The Front Porch, The Haunted Widow Lincoln, another potential in March coming down the pipeline. And that's just the extra entertainment series. Yes. For your season ticket, you also get Making God Laugh, A Christmas Carol, The X's, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Women of a Certain Age, directed by the one and only Lee Cox.
That's right.
Are you excited about that one?
I am. It's a very, very funny show. And I always are like, oh, why did I say I directed? I want to be in it. But
well, and I'm just excited. Who's the leads again for Singing in the Rain? I forgot to ask you that for another plug.
Eric Sykes and Katie Ober. And both of them, Katie had one minor role in Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. She just sparkles. She is one of those people you just see in the line, and she had little bitty roles. She did anything I asked her. Beautiful voice, but she was just, really cute and little. And I was like, oh my gosh, she deserves a shot. And she just got married, just as cute as she can be, 5 foot. She's 5 foot, so she's tiny, tiny, tiny. That's how she fits in the cake.
Well, right. Well, hey, another thing we got to promote.
Yes.
Your mailing list.
Oh, absolutely.
You can sign up for Alton Little Theater's email list, and this is really cool. You put your email address in, and you'll be able to get up to date and in the know. It's right here on the bottom of the page. Let me go back just on the screen to show me. Why not? Join the Alton Little Theater Showplace email community. You put your email address in right here, and I'll put mine in. Subscribe. Look at that, Lee Cox. You got a subscriber.
And then upstairs, Mike Hall will send you email blasts all the time, updating you about things.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure we promoted that too, so that way you could say.
And people do contact me and sometimes say, I'd like to usher, I'd like to, volunteer, because they know they earn free tickets by doing that. And so that's great. And sometimes we hear about people who just moved to the area who love to build sets or, have experience in technical things. But people are going to love Eric. He just finished Sweeney Todd, and when I saw him and then I was like, a little rough around the edges, but he cleans up very well. He's just charming. He is one of the nicest, and his work ethic, I mean, that man puts in a full day at work and then comes and taps his heart out. And it had been years. I mean, he took tap, but it's been years since. It's not something you do all the time.
Well, right.
And he has worked and worked and worked, and he and his partner and 2 friends came from Granite City, and I love that they're all in the show. They're great people.
Well, and that kind of is really enlightening for just entertainment lovers and theater lovers in general, is the fact that and publicly that it's cool to work with a different theater and bring them in, and it grows the community even more.
Yes, and I mean, we say all the time, but I know people don't believe, we don't pre-cast. Kevin is very strict about that. In fact, he took a real risk. He did cast the show except for the lead.
Yeah, when he told me that, I went, out of all the years you've done this, what are you thinking?
But Eric was in a show. He'd sent in a Zoom audition, but Kevin wanted to meet him and talk to him in person, and he was in this other show. So I was like, okay, and I'm crossing my fingers, and luckily it worked out. Normally, Kevin has at least 2 auditions, and then he'll do callbacks if he's not sure. That was a really unusual. But someone who's charming, can sing, can act, and can tap in 8 numbers, that's a little bit
hard to find.
A little bit hard to find, yeah.
And all I know is this: whether you guys are going to the open house on the April the 28th, which is this coming Sunday,
18th.
Oh.
No, 28th. You're right. I'm just getting the dates mixed up. 28th.
And May 18th is the show we need to sell tickets for.
Yes.
April the 28th is that open house. It's held in the Dorothy Colonius
Foyer, yes.
Did I say that last
yes,
name?
You did.
I always get nervous about that because
really?
I always do.
Colonius.
Colonius. Yeah. And it's not just an open house. It offers a chance for early registration for those summer youth acting classes from July 8th through the 19th. It's also an opportunity to hone in some skills under some guidance with Lee Cox and Kevin Frakes, hang out, and also audition for Oliver throughout that, and get cake and ice cream.
Right. And some of the kids, and I know this, when we say bring a prepared song, that freaks them out. They don't know how to do that. Although most of them just know how to download on their phones. And then we hook it up to the sound system. So we don't have a live accompaniment most of the time, but it's really easy to come and just sing a song that they really like. Not Happy Birthday. That gets overdone a little bit, but
American Idol ruined that.
It really did.
American Idol 100% ruined.
Yeah.
Well, no, because we need to know if you're putting any inflection on that. So sing Happy Birthday. That's
yeah. And after the 12th one, you're like, okay,
that's
you
enough.
can't tell them in between.
Yeah.
So you can't. But and just talking to us, because we know it's intimidating, because we have all the directors there. So you usually are standing in front of 4 or 5 people, just like on those TV shows. But we're not going to eat them up. We're very nice people. But I know they're nervous. I can tell. I can look at their knees. I can see they're shaking a little bit. But everybody's in the same boat, and everybody has those nerves. And we want to just make sure they get used to auditioning. That's what we work on in our classes in July. We teach kids how to do an audition, because Kevin and I have both spent years auditioning in front of some very hard judges. I had one in college who I thought I did a terrific reading, and they said, now, I know this came from this book, so I want you to tell me about the entire book and the subtext of this speech. And I was like, I didn't read the book.
Oh, no.
He gave me 24 hours to read the book and come back and try it again. And I made it, but I was like, I learned, be prepared.
Oh,
that was a theater program at Illinois Wesleyan. It was a tough program to get into. It wasn't us.
But it's good to know for parents that there is a place to go to prepare your child if that's what they're interested in, or even just to try out, that this is an option and a great avenue too.
Absolutely. And then we have so many of the high school kids say we help them get ready for that, and then college, and then they'll come back sometimes. We met a couple of kids last night. They weren't really kids. They were in their 20s who they were bringing their younger brothers and sisters, and they said, don't you remember when I did this show when I was 8 years old? And sometimes I'm like, they look a little different. But
well, and that's the thing. It's not just in preparing your child. It's also giving them a community to be a part of too. And that's a big thing right now, is to in a community that's not on Xbox or PlayStation or on your cell phone, a community where you're in person, getting to talk and mingle and getting to know each other.
And no one last night, Chris, we were at West Elementary. It's not that far from where we are, but my biggest fear when I grew up is when people say, I had no idea we had a community theater. But a lot of people would say, I drive past there. I know that. So at least I thought, okay, I'm doing a better job.
Yeah.
They at least know we have a community theater.
Well, and that's really that's step one.
Yeah,
that's step one. And and step two is getting you to go to altonlittletheater.org right now to get season tickets and to get tickets for May the 18th, especially for Singing in the Rain.
Yes.
And then also to sign up for the email blasts that come out where you can stay up to date and get the information for everything else you need. I think it covered it all.
Even the little ones. See, we don't do a lot for the little ones, but the pancake breakfast and the Disney tribute. Little boys and little girls, under 8. I love the pancake man. He makes the animal shapes. He throws the pancakes at the kid. I'm not sure. I said, please don't throw the syrup on that carpet. But I love his act. He does a whole act. We were very, very lucky to get him. We booked him a year ago. So
this is so cool. The whole family will enjoy your favorite Disney princesses, meeting up with classic villains and true love.
And they're funny. The villains are like the nicest guys. I'm not scared of you at all. But that's probably good, because I don't want to make the kids cry.
And you're going to have Alton Little Theater singers perform renditions from about a dozen Disney favorite movies. 2 pancake breakfasts with the princesses will be held on June 1st and the 9th at 11 a.m. And tickets are just $12.
Yes.
You can't beat it.
No.
Oh, get out of here. You can get all this information for the concert tickets, the breakfast tickets, all the other tickets, the season tickets, the tickets for me to go to Singing in the Rain too, if you wanted to get me one, at altonlittletheater.org, or call the box office at 618-462-3205. And when you give Michael a call, just tell him that CJ sent you.
He'll love it. He'll love it.
Anything else we're forgetting about it?
No, he said he was going to listen to us today. I said, you just have to make sure you get to the theater on time.
Yeah, RiverBender.com, Michael. Is he on RiverBender? We'll find out.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm putting you to the test when I see it. Well, the best was when I texted him the other day. I thought it was your number.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, hey, Lee. He goes, oh, well, this is Michael. And I said, oh, man, I am really sorry about that. I'm embarrassed.
It happens all the time. See, usually he comes with me, he talks to Mike Hall, but the website is in great shape. I said, there's really nothing for you to do.
It looks really good. I told Mike that, too. Everything is wonderful.
Yeah, he's taking care. So I said, you really can just go to the theater. You don't have to come with me.
Lee Cox will see you at the theater soon, Lee, and I'll see all of you after this commercial break for Top of the Hour News on Riverbender.